I believe that every religious leaders in the church, the mosque, the synagogues needs to know what is HIV.
Our actions need to be about welcoming people into our community and not stigmatizing.
Because there are always going to be people who are sick and always those who are going to be suffering. And I think that's where the role of the church is, to provide solace and comfort and healing.
I have been living with HIV for nearly 21 years. I have also reverted to Islam in 2012.
Before I trained to be a psychotherapist, I trained to be a minister in the Baptist Church in India. And I am gay and I am living with HIV since 2004.
My faith had an impact on me when I was diagnosed with HIV. As a Christian, I strongly put my faith in God. But even at that point, as somebody who had come out as gay, I still felt that HIV was a punishment for my homosexuality.
I came out of the closet when I was 57. I was married with 2 children, and I was diagnosed as HIV positive at the time that I came out. Telling some people in the Jewish community or the Jewish gay group, there was one person who I just blurted out. He said, "I can't believe it." He said, "I thought I was the only Jewish person with HIV. I can't believe it," he said to me. And we're still very friendly. But nobody else talks about it in the community.
Living with HIV as a priest who is gay has a lot of challenges in itself. There has been examples where my HIV status has become known to people in the church and indeed to some clergy. One clergy in particular, made it a big issue, and they turned around and said that, the church community, cannot handle this, and that, there's no place for people with HIV in their church.
One thing, what happened when I was recently back in India, I went back to my home church and placed the flowers for the Sunday service in the church. And just before the service, the pastor found out that it was me that had given the flowers to the church and asked the flowers to be removed because it is coming from a gay person.
The fact is that religious communities, and I include my own, have had a history of othering other people, whether that's because of their race, if that's because of their sexuality, that's because of their gender identity. And we have to be conscious of that.
Jesus Christ is recorded to have said, "Come unto me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest." But the church has said, yeah, but not you.
I think faith leaders should be open to discussing health problems, relationship problems, to encourage people and to bring it out in the open. HIV is just one of them.
Churches that have told people to give up their pills and if they pray, they'll be whole again. So if they switched that and said, look, if you take your medication, you will live the life that you're meant to be living and we will support you. That would make such a difference.
I think the church, even in history, has been a place of conversion, has been a clinical center, has been hospitals. There is nothing wrong with any church providing a testing center and counseling, on HIV. There is nothing wrong with the church, talking about PrEP, pre-exposure prophylaxis. There's nothing wrong about the church talking about PEP.
It's you. So I'm asking you today, what are you doing to make sure that we end the HIV epidemic?
This maybe is a message to other faith leaders and to other faith groups. Shout it from the rooftops, as we've been doing, that you are all getting tested, that you're encouraging people to test.
And that HIV, no one should be discriminated or be stigmatized around their HIV status.